Good morning. So what I wanted to do was just send you a little video here explaining exactly what happened. So I'll get to this in a minute, but this is a drain that's coming off the bottom of a tank from a vacuum system. And it goes to obviously the main drain here that goes in the building, your vent tubes here. And we're going to let this roll for a second and I'll stop in a certain way. So again, drain, all right, air vent, main drain for the building. All right, this comes in and you're going to see this tank here. So basically, the purpose of this tank here is it creates a suction, but also as things get sucked up out of the mouth, and if lines are basically run at nighttime to be cleaned out, any water that goes into the system gets stored into this tank. And when the vacuum system is shut off and there's no pressure in this tank, it drains out the main drain. Now, you generally don't get a lot of water, even if you run the lines. It might get half full at most. All right, so that's like an air water separator. And one of these lines here is going to go down to the pump. The other one is going to go to all the operatories. So these are the two pumps that are in question. The main suction line that's coming down. So both this motor and this motor over here, they're creating suction. And that suction from both motors comes to this T and it comes right up into that tank that we were just at. And then from there, the other line we'll show you in a second. It's your second motor. Okay. Second motor. All right. So from there, what happens is this tank has a second line that comes off. That second line comes through what we call an amalgam separator. So this device here, basically suction comes through here. Any amalgam or anything gets to the bottom of this, drops into this filter here, and this filter has to be cleaned. Just keeps everything, as far as the city is concerned and the province, stay from amalgam. All right. And at the other end of this, all right, you're going to see this goes to all the operatories. All right. So the motors create suction. That suction goes into that silver air water separator. And then the other part of it goes to the operatories. And this is what creates suction from the mouth when the dentist is using it. So what happened in this system here is that the main drain for the house backed up substantially. What that did was basically fill that tank, and water came down this tube here, which is the tube that actually creates vacuum. It went into this motor and into the other motor. Subsequently, I'll pause it here. This motor here on the left took enough water that it ceased completely. This motor here is still running, but again, took a lot of water. I pulled off the fittings here and here after the fact, and the water was, substantial, what had come out of it. So anytime, think of it as a car engine, the same thing. You have oil to lubricate it. This doesn't use oil, and now you have water in the system. So my best guess, would be that at some point this motor will fail. There's no question about it, and it would be a direct result of water having come, out this side of it and into the pump, which it should never have. All right, so we'll let the video roll just a bit longer. So again, that pump is gone, and this backup came all the way through here, up into this tank, and then from the tank down into the pumps. Now, it didn't get as far as the operatories because the operatories are at a high climb. This is in the basement. So again, it'd have to go up the wall. It would take a lot of water and a lot of length to get up to the rooms. But if the water kept coming, it would have come out the operatories as well. Just in this case, it didn't. It went to the pump motor. So I hope that explains everything for you. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a shout, but that's ostensibly what happened. One motor has now been fried because of water damage, and I suspect that the other motor isn't far behind.